Good afternoon. Thank you for stopping by Healing Conversations with Z. I'm Zuri BB, and I'm not the crybaby now. I wipe my tears. I'm still thankful for the over 100 subscribers that I have. Really appreciate it. Um, I had to take a minute to get some things straightened out and reshuffle cards and meditate but um, what I thought was interesting, and I don't know why it came to me while I was shuffling the cards, is that we talk about dimensions and realms and frequency and all that stuff, and it came to me is that you know in your house, or where you live, there are different realms. I don't think you understand that. Different realms, like you can walk in, how you can walk in a house and you can feel like, oh yeah, this is a cool place. Or you can walk in the house and be like, oh no, I don't know about this. I might have to back up out of this house. This is not the place for me. You can walk in a house and you can feel welcome in the opening space. But did you know that each individual room has a different frequency? Deep, isn't it? You can go in one room of the house and it could be cool. This is a place to be. But where then you can walk into another room in the house and it can be like, nope, this is not the place for me. The frequency is very, very, very dark, very demonic, or sad, or sneaky, or whatever. Is just not of a high vibration. It's very low. Um, I put that out there for somebody. You need to check the vibration of your living environment. Check the bedrooms, check, the bathrooms, the kitchen, basement, your children's rooms. I go through and I sage my whole place. I sage it. That's a way that you can bring the vibration, ground everything back and make sure everything is the way that you want it to be. And you need to do it regularly, because even though um, you may go through and reground it, your children or whoever else is in the house, they bring their own vibration, with them. And wherever they were, they bring those entities home with them as well. So it's always something going on in your house. So that's the reason why a lot of people tell you to stay grounded, because wherever you go, you're around people, and if you're not safe, if you haven't protected yourself, people's entities, their vibration, their energy, however you want to verse it, it can latch onto you and you can bring that home, and it could affect your house. So that's just something that I wanted to bring to your attention before I get the reading started. I did you know, I did a reading with some new deck of cards with these angels that I said that, people think the angels are cute and, cuddly and all this other stuff. They ain't. I'm going to work with them again. Some entities didn't like when I used those cards before, and they really tried to mess with me. And so yesterday, that's why I wasn't on yesterday. I had to regroup, rebalance myself, reprotect myself, learn how to work through those energies of whatever it was that was attacking me. And I think I'm good now. And if I'm not good, I'll go back and do what I know I need to do to get back good again. But this is something that people need to understand. There is the yin and the yang, the light and the dark, the good and the bad. We need it. We need the balance. You can't have all good. You can't, and you definitely don't want all bad. You need to balance yourself out, and balancing. When you do that, that means that you're coming into union with yourself. And once you come into union with yourself, you'll be able to manifest other things, your other wants and desires, the other things that you want. Some people want love, some people want money, some people want things, some people want peace, some people want to escape, whatever it is you want. Once you balance yourself out, and by doing that, working on your inner child, clearing up whatever those inner child issues are, working on your deep rooted belief systems, and when I say deep rooted belief systems, that means the environment you were raised in. Were you in a tremendously, extremely religious environment where these are the rules, God said this, that? That was something that was pushed on you. That was not something that you desired for yourself. That was, and it's not that it's a negative. That's what, your parents were raised that way, and they said that's what the way you're going to be, and, but you had no choice. But you're at an age now, and hopefully a frequency of understanding that you can make your choices for you now. You don't have to stick with that paradigm. I know that's kind of hard to swallow, but yeah, it is what it is. You have choice. You have choice to decide if that's what you want to do. You have the choice to believe that God will strike you down if you do this and that. You have the choice to believe that if you decide to break one of those commandments, that that you're gonna go to hell. How you know this ain't hell where you are right now? I'm just saying. So you got to make the decision to believe what you want to believe. I'm saying that because earlier today, before I even got on YouTube, I was in the Uber, and I was talking to the driver, and he was, we were talking and everything, and he was saying how he was raised in Catholic private school. He went to seminary school. And I was saying how in my family, I was the only one that did not go to private school. And but I went to Catholic church. And so I knew the laws and the rules and everything. And, whereas when I got of age, I said, no, that's not enough. That's not for me. And so I went to, Lutheran church. I visited a Jehovah Witness church. I even went to a Hare Krishna. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Please forgive me if you are of that faith or belief. But I even went to one of those environments. Baptist, that scared me because I had never seen that stuff as a kid. That was deep. When the Holy Spirit came upon the people, that was deep. But it was interesting because I knew at that point, at 16, I made the decision to say, I don't know if that's for me. And so I started investigating beliefs for myself. I was thankful I had a parent that agreed enough with me to say, okay, you don't have to go to that Catholic church anymore. She wasn't going. So I knew something was up with that. But that's another story in itself. From my understanding, my mother was raised Baptist. But we didn't practice that. We followed my father's belief. But anyway, this reading, I'm going to deal with the negative energies that, some people, these energies are coming up. That's how I want to, I'm going to deal with some energies that are coming up because you have not made the decision for yourself to deal with whatever it is in your inner child. Whatever pops up is going to affect your inner child some way, shape, and form. This may be a hard pill for some people to swallow because they may feel like, oh, but I know, but no. How do you know that you actually made that decision? How do you know? How do you know, your parents? My mother said this. My daddy said this. I remember saying that as a kid. My daddy said this, or my mommy said that, or the teacher said this. Do you hear that? When did it come? Well, I said this, or I believe this. It's always somebody else that's imparting their belief or their opinion onto you. And I think that happens to a lot of divine feminines and divine masculines, and that's why they're having such a hard time with their divine counterpart, because they have all these things that other people are saying and forcing onto them instead of them making their own decisions for themselves. And for whatever reason, it's hard for them to break free from whatever that is. That's my opinion. Well, let me not say that. Well, let me say it. That's what I believe. That doesn't mean it's fact. Just because I believe it don't mean that's what the fact is. But that came to my mind, and I don't know why. So, let's see what these dark energies are. Let's see. I'll pull out 5 of them. We'll do that. Can you give me 5 dark energies? And if you don't want to give me 5, I'll take whatever you want to give me. Revenge. That's interesting. Why do you feel the need for revenge? Forgetting oneself. We got that one the other day. Naked before the stars. Wow. Never seen that one before. What else? Queen. The selfish card. Or I call it the karmic card. I call that the karmic card. And last but not least, the child I was meant to be. Isn't that deep? We just talked about something that deals with that. I'm not going to look in the cards for these. I'm just going to go. Some people feel the need for revenge. So something happened within them. Somewhere, revenge was a highly environment they grew in. You do this to me, I'm going to do this to you. Forgetting oneself. That means you forgot who you were. You've been beat down so much. People have, your family or friends or work or whatever has beaten you down so much where you don't even know who you are now. Naked before the stars. Maybe this was something that you were taught, you got to be that. That's how you get the attention that you need. And it turns you into this. The little diva, karmic. Wow, that's deep. And then the child I was meant to be. This was before you were tampered with, but you're something else now. You're not you're not that child anymore. You are one of these entities. You're somebody full of revenge because you don't know who you are anymore. You feel you need to be naked all the time, and that's turned you into the karmic. But yet there was a child that you were meant to be. Interesting. We'll see how this plays out. Archangel Michael, Metatah, all of you. I don't know them all by heart. As this channel evolves, I'll get better with that. But with this deck of cards, they call a lot of the angels in here are of the Kabbalah, and that's the 11 realms on the tree of life. And in between the tree of life, there are 22 roads or pathways. I have those angels in this deck also. I'm still learning this deck, but I can intuitively deal with this deck to talk about these vibrations or energies or whatever you want to call them. Situations. That's what I'll call it. Situations. We'll call them that. I'm just going to intuitively go through them and do it that way. Okay, so we have the angel of the sky for revenge. got the left hand, Judgment. This is one of the 11 angels, Jervura. That's an angel. All of these are angels, but this is an angel that's at the gateway of one of the stations in the Tree of Life. Like I said, I'll get more into it. Hyde, submission. This is the left leg. This is the right hand. These two are, this is another angel in the Tree of Life at the gateway. I'll pull the book out and tell you which gateway they're from. And then if you want to look at what that gateway is about, you can. Chakma, right eye, wisdom. That's another angel at the gateway. And this is Thyself, angel of truth. Okay, let's see. This might be a long reading. I don't know. Being honest. It is what it is, but somebody needs to hear this message, and I'll do my best. This is one of this angel, Sahaquel is the angel of the sky, and so let's see. I'm sorry, you're getting this empty space. This is the shield bearer and the gatekeeper who stands outside the gateway between the angelarium and the expanse of existence. So this angel is outside the Tree of Life. They're outside of it. It's a benevolent figure whose compassion shows no bound or equal. So this angel protects you, and it provides a shield. It shields you from storm and fire. The sky forms a ring around the earth many times over. Its movement forms the clouds, obscures the sun, and reminds us that Sahaquel stands guard. So if somebody was in this energy, or grew up in this energy, there is a shield of protection that you were afforded. It's a shield, a ring, or a blessing hand to protect you from whatever revenge was put on you. Even though you might have got touched a little bit, the full brunt of the revenge did not touch you because of this angel here. It's always hovering outside of the of Earth, so it's out in space, but it's always watching, and it's always there to protect you from revenge. Or if the revenge has gotten a hold of you, this angel doesn't let it totally mess you over. Is there to lessen it. It's a blessing hand, a ring, a shield. They'll shield you from the full brunt of whatever it was that was coming. For these other angels, these three angels here are at the gateways, and the person or the individual, whoever was forgetting who they were, and they just gave in to whatever was pushed on them, whatever belief system. This Javura, the hand of judgment. And let me tell you which gateway or emanation, because they call it emanation in this book. It is the 5th emanation, judgment. There's a judgment about this. This is the hand that separates the rule of law that brings order to the world. So this hand brings rule to you forgetting who you were. Javera assesses what is just, helping us overcome our adversaries both without and within. Hers, it's a feminine, it's a female angel, is the power to cleave apart a unified whole and leave its component pieces. It is a trait that commands as much fear as respect because with it comes an inherent violence. She does this without enmity. It is an act that must be committed to create balance. And Javera's position at the pillar, at the center of its pillar, defines the pillar's trait of severity. Her push against Chesed, on the opposite side of the tree, because this is the left hand, Chesed is on the right hand. Is met with equal and opposite resistance. Without both of them in equal measure, we have no means of maintaining healthy relationships. So if you forget who you are, how can you really, be with somebody? You don't know who you are. So this left-hand judgment comes in to kind of balance out what's going on. But you need the both of them, the push and the pull. Man, where is that? I want to show you all something. Oh, here it is. I think I showed this in another video that I did. But yeah, the tree of life. I'm going to show you. I want you to center on this. This is up above. This is up in the heavens. And these are the emanations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. The 11 one that's further down. They don't talk about that one in this picture. You don't get it. But they're saying that Javera they got like 3 different names on here. Is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this one. This is the one that this angel is acquainted with. This pink one. And so, and it even said justice or fear here for that. So somebody forgot they were fearful, so they just forgot who they were. It was better to stay in that energy. I'm going to keep this here so you can see what's going on. Now, naked before the stars. I've never seen this card before. I've never pulled it before. So I want to at least get an idea what, when I see it, it's like you feeling the need to always be naked to seduce people. Whether that's what it is, I don't know. But let me see. Accepting our own beauty in size, age, color, and fat. A beautiful curvy woman wears lacy lingerie. One is a black corset, and she kneels in her full sensuality under the lights of 1,000,000 artificial stars. Wow. Yeah, I said this is somebody that feels they like to be looked at all the time. So that's what this is about. There is no perfection that is worth enough. There is imperfection as proud as the heavens. Let me see. What do we see when we look in the mirror? Do we see something we like or something we dislike? Something we care or something we are a slave of? What do we compare ourselves to? To the stars of a media firmament leaking into our real life? To the social models? To the beauty queens and kings of the eternal pageant? To our inner self? To the ideal we had when we were younger? To the eyes of the people loving us? I wonder what feelings the words curvy, cute, chubby, fat, rounded arouse within us. if a smile or distaste or recognition. The quest for beauty is not an empty quest. Even if beauty is not as deep as the ocean, still when we shine, our world becomes brighter. But we will always feel naked in front of the stars. We should just learn not to blush and stand proudly. Wow. Yeah, this is somebody that constantly feels like they need to be in the spotlight. This is somebody, this is a energy like that. And Hyde, the angel of Hyde, is clarifying that. And where is it on here? Let me find it in here, because this is one of the gatekeepers. It is the eighth emanation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's this one. This emanation. That's this card. This angel is a part of this, and it says glory or honor. Oh, so they feel this person needs that, and Hyde is the eighth emanation, the force that abides. Hyde is what guides us when we surrender ourselves to the flow of fate and let destiny guide our motion. Through her light, this is a female. It's a female angel. I told you these angels don't look the way y'all really think they're supposed to look. Through her light, we see the boundlessness of glory. Waving our hands through the wind, we feel the air pull us upward. It's only by resigning ourselves to the forces around us that we truly experience the nature of those forces. This is he's supporting the pillar of severity. He doesn't press back against the weight of the tree. In fact, she simply lets it pass through her, flowing like water down into the lowest portion of the diagram. Through the two opposing characteristics of Hyde and Netza, the relinquishing and resisting, we gain the power to move. Together they form the power to carry ourselves through the world with grace and intention. So, yeah, this is somebody that feels the need that they need to show, be in that energy. And so, they've submitted. There's a submission to that. Interesting. They submitted to the feeling that they need to be naked before the stars. If they feel they need to submit that way, that's how they get what they get. Get it how you live it, I guess. I guess that's what this is. Karmic-y, but it is what it is. For the queen of the world, the angel Chakma. Yeah, Chakma. And that is the second emanation, which is this one. And that is wisdom. They're asking probably, is this a wise decision you making? It's a vessel to hold that which is most precious. So whoever is in this energy feels that that's most precious to them, to be in that karmic-y energy. And it's funny because this happened. Chakma is the first moment a newborn child opens his eyes. So this energy happened from the beginning. The child's first steps and first word. He is the beginning of a lifelong journey whose path disappears over the horizon. Wow. That's energy. Wow. This is from birth. Whoever is dealing with this energy, they've had that energy from birth. Interesting. This last card, the child I was meant to be, I never seen this one either, so I'll look at it, get some kind of, and instant of clarity is the light I needed. So somebody didn't get the clarity of who they really were, and it caused all of this them to be, wow, that's deep. An instant of clarity is the light they needed. So to go forward is to go backward, as hope heals the wounds of the past. So this is an inner child reading. You got to go back into all these different issues, and in your inner child, and you got to deal with all of this stuff that's going on. And here's the angel of truth. I'm not even going to read about that. That's the angel of truth. Is once you deal with that, that, the child you were meant to be, that means focusing on all this other stuff, then you will be free of whatever it is that's attacking you or causing whatever issues you're having in your life. Wow, that's deep. Really, 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 really deep. Wow, I'm already 31 minutes in this reading. Sorry it's so long, but it's information that you need to have. This stuff, whatever, I'm going to hone in on this one. The child you were meant to be, the angel of truth, is here to help you, because whatever it is that you did, you might not even be these energies per se, but whatever it is that's hindering you is from your childhood, and because until you deal with it, it's going to affect you now. It's affected every other area of your life. You need to deal with that. What does the angel divas have to say? And while you're doing that, you need to follow the golden rule. Treat others the way, it's under revenge. Look at that. Treat others the way, follow the golden rule. Treat people the way you want to be treated. You don't have to go into that revenge mode. Wow. For this one, you're right. Your beliefs are right for you. You forgot who you were. You got to remember what your beliefs are, because whatever you were believing, they were right for you. Naked before the sun. No, I'm not. They didn't pop. I won't take that. Somebody felt the need that they got to be naked all the time. Kindness counts. So maybe they felt they need to be naked to get what they needed. Kindness counts. And instead of just being kind to people. Manipulative. That's the word I was trying to say. Somebody they did this to manipulate people to get what they want. You don't have to manipulate people. All you have to do is be kind. The energy you put out towards others is the energy you'll get back. Wow. What else? Release toxic relationships. Yeah, this is that karmic, that's toxic. And it's saying wisdom. This angel is the angel of wisdom. And the wisdom is to release toxic relationships. You don't have to be in that energy. You don't have to be manipulative. And this one, feel joy in all you do. The child, when you're a kid, you were fancy free. You didn't have a care in the world. You need to go back to that. Go back and revisit, whatever the issues were, so you can clear them out. And it's not like you're going to be able to go within, it's hard. I can attest to it myself. It's hard to go back in, and especially if you're dealing with this kind of stuff. If that was what you grew up in, if you grew up in that environment where all these things were going on, and that became your norm, it shouldn't have been normal. Something's trying to stop me from talking. Let me see. Let's back up, because I talked about how these actions affect your relationships. I'll go into the vortex cards, because these are about relationships. take this one. My true success is measured to my alignment. So the alignment should be follow the golden rule. Treat people the way you want to be treated. Babies are thinking and attracting before they are speaking. Interesting. So this happened when you were a baby, when you know, young, how you forgot who you were. You forgot who you were. That's interesting. And you were thinking, you already had thoughts of who you were as a baby, and for some reason somebody changed that thought. They were like, no, that's not what you're going to do. You need to go back and investigate that a little bit more. There's something with that. Because if you forgot who you were, they started changing you as a child.